I guess. But I didn't dance, I don't know how. Did you meet someone? Yes, ma'am. Was she pretty? The prettiest thing I ever seen. Zech responded, knowing he could talk to his mother more frankly about something like this than he could his father. She had hair as red as a sunset, and she smelled like flowers. I smelled like flowers once, but not anymore. You smell just fine, Mama, he said, touching her hand, and you always have. Not like flowers anymore. That's for young girls. Did you like her? She rode with me on Ishmael. Her name is Glenda Turner. Her daddy owns a store at Fort Trump. But did you like her? She asked again. I never been that close to a girl before. I guess I did. She made me dizzy, like I was spinning around and around. She said if I come back, she'll teach me to dance. And I put her hand on his. Zech, if you like her, don't stay away too long. Flowers has a way of being plucked by someone, and there's not many nice ones out here in the wilderness. They don't stay in bloom forever. Maybe I can go back there after the drive. If I can find the time, I'll go. You best make the time. Cows won't ever smell good like flowers. So they don't know that.
I love Dad's sense of humor. The story behind this illustration is for several years we published Christmas cards based on A Land Remembered. And a couple years ago I asked Dad, what do you think we should do this year? And this was his suggestion. He actually sketched it out with Ishmael the horse over here and them exactly like this, and I hired an artist and had it done. We do not have the cards anymore. We sold out of those. We have a few prints of it over there, but I just love this scene, and it shows a different side. You know, usually they're going through a calamity or they're driving cattle or something. And you know, I said earlier about Dad said, well, that looks like a romance novel. And I think in some ways it is. The more I think about this book, because there's a very tender bond between Emma and Tobias. When Glenda and Zech get married and get together, they're very romantic and tender and loving. And then later on, Saul and Bonnie. So I do think in lots of ways it is a romance novel. You know, earlier also I said Tobias was so determined and hard-headed and he was just going to make it out there. But there's a softer side to him too. And I don't think at all he's a one-dimensional character. In this scene, he's talking to Zech after a bad thing happened. It's a father-son conversation, and he's giving him some fatherly advice. And I like this scene.
We don't talk much like this, and maybe we ought to do it more often. I guess we've both been too busy chasing cows. What I said, I've said badly. I ain't good with words, and you know that. All I'm trying to tell you is to be strong. Don't ever let nothing get you down. Don't be afraid or ashamed to love or to grieve when the thing you love is gone. Just don't let it throw you no matter how much it hurts. If you make it in this wilderness, you've got to be strong. You understand me? Yes, Papa, I understand. And I'm sorry I cried for the dogs. Don't be. Don't ever be sorry for something like that. There ain't nothing wrong with a man crying. I'd done it for a week when my mama died. But when you get done with it, start over again. And don't ever look back.
Good advice, I think.